do long distance relationships work? Well, I done been in 2, so from my experience, one of them has worked. Well, one of them still working.
Oh,
yeah, but the other one didn't work. And she was Muslim too, so we were different religion too, so that's a whole nother subject.
D, do they?
Hell no, they don't work. First of all, don't no man want to be in no relationship with no girl that's about 20 miles away. You gotta be at least in a about 50 miles away. You gotta be at least in a 25 radius. If you 50 miles away, we ain't in no relationship. They don't work because a guy gotta be able to keep tabs on his woman.
If you wanted to. I mean, it takes 2 people who want to make it work. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of shit to get through. I've tried a long distance relationship before.
How long was it last time?
I'm single.
No, how long did it last? Not now, no.
I'm just saying, clearly it didn't work.
Damn.
I'm single. It didn't work.
Oh, clearly it didn't work. But I'm saying, okay, so we know it didn't work.
Okay.
But I'm asking you, how long did it last?
Maybe like 3 months.
That's it?
Yeah.
I actually think that long distance relationships last longer than in-town relationships because it's kind of like a vacation every time you get to see that person. So all of the day-to-day, oh my God, you left the toilet seat up, I done seen you with your wig off, I don't know, you know, all of that is out of the window because when you see that, when you are away from that person and you do see that person, you are on your best behavior. So, you know, you're always looking right, the guy's always on his best behavior, it's always a, you know, nice restaurant situation, date type situation, because you don't see each other often. I feel like when you do see each other every day, there's the little things that start to creep in and annoy you and can make the relationship get cut short. But long distance equals longevity, in my opinion.
I think they can. I think that if 2 people trust each other and they're serious about each other, then distance can be a factor. It definitely can. But I'm the type of person, I need a busy nigga to be with because I don't like to be all up under my nigga 24/7. Like, if we live together, I'm not saying that we have to have complete opposite schedules, but I like for you to be busy when I'm busy.
You know, y'all just like too much in a radius of time. So if you want something at 12:30 at night, you need it to be accessible at 12:30 at night.
Facts. I ain't gonna deny that.
But I mean, what if you meet somebody and they, you know, you meet them within the 25 mile radius, and then they end up moving? Then what? Y'all done been together like 2-3 years.
They gonna move their ass back.
Why you ain't gonna go with them?
Hell no! Listen, what the Bible say?
What?
Man, I don't even know that scripture.
What do it say?
Something about the woman follows that man that leads. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about, man.
But see, you know, it depends on the situation too because we was together and we was in the same city and then they moved away. So I've been in that type of situation
that happened to me too.
So
you still want to make it work because you like, we was already together, he was here, and you moved away, so let's see if we can hold on to this.
The distance made our love definitely like grow like fonder. Like
you think so?
It did.
My
like
shit disintegrated.
We was arguing more when he was here. Yeah. When he was gone, I was like, ain't an issue.
When my bitch left the state, she's like, who the fuck is that bitch in your gram? Who the fuck is this? Where you going tonight? Oh, you look good tonight. What the fuck you about to do? Bitch, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm on Netflix.
Well, if you cheated before, then the insecurity level gonna be higher.
I definitely cheated.
Exactly. The insecurity level is gonna be higher because now I'm away from you. I can't pop up. I can't pull up because I'm good for pull up.
You good for pull up?
Oh, I pulled the fuck
pull
up.
Game.
Strong. Oh, strong. Hey. I'm pulling up. Oh yeah.
You popping up right now?
I called 3 times. You don't answer. I'm on the way.
Pop up shop.
You hear me?
It's a hot girl summer. God damn. What the fuck? Remind me not to be in a long distance relationship with you.
Fuck you.
It just depends on how it started too.
Yeah.
Like, how did y'all build that? What's y'all foundation?
Definitely, like if y'all met in person before, like prior to them being, and then they moved away, I feel like you have a better rate of survival.
for sure. I definitely agree with that. Like,
Cause mine last year was.
oh, so you've been how many long distance relationships you been in?
Well, it wasn't even. It was kind of a relationship, but we didn't have a title. But we were dating for a minute, and it was.
What's a minute?
Like 6 months.
That's long enough.
So I would he would fly me out there like twice a month, and I would go out there, and we would spend like 2 weekends together per month.
Yeah.
And then one day, he just had a girlfriend on Instagram.
That nigga been had a girlfriend.
Right? No, he didn't, because I would come to his house and there would be no he didn't. I think that happened like 4 months into it, like the last month.
Yeah, he made a decision at some point though.
Yeah,
like,
and she
okay,
was
I'm about
trash.
to get a girl. Yeah,
She was trash.
Probably was.
So distance easy for you?
Distance I'm saying it can be. It could work and it couldn't work. It depends on the type of person. For me, I think that distance could work because I like to know that I have somebody that I call my companion or whatever you want to call it, dating, but then also having my own life. And then we meet up somewhere in the middle.
I feel. I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth, ladies. You better hope that nigga beating his dick is enough.
It might be.
Cause if not, he got about 1-2 more that he, you know what I'm saying? They know the deal. He got 2 more stragglers. I mean, I ain't saying long distance don't work, but hey, that shit's tough. Especially if you dealing with a nigga that got a high sex drive.
I think it's the difference between somebody that's long distance majority of the time or somebody that just travel out of the state every once in a while.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a difference. Say you met your soulmate online,
right,
and they live in California and you live in New York.
Right.
That's different than I live in this town with you, but I leave often. Right.
I think that long distance relationships can work. I've attempted to try one, and I think it was just I was a little naive to.
Cause it won't work. That's why. You said I attempted.
I did attempt, but it was more so me and one him. I'm very
so let me ask you a question.
what the issue was, we were trying to establish a relationship, and we were both long distance. So we was trying to get to the boyfriend girlfriend title, but we was in 2 different states. So it was way harder than just already establishing something while we're in the same area, and then if he was to move.
I see what you're saying.
But it was way harder to try to establish that trust.
Now I think it can work though if you make it work. Honestly though, even though she was on that bullshit, we lasted a year.
Oh, that's good.
So we was together for a year when she was here, and then she moved out of town. We lasted another year.
Is this the same girl you always talk about on
No, it's
Unspoken?
not the same girl.
You need to keep one.
Don't do that. Don't do me,
You need to
boo.
keep one. Can't even keep up.
Keep a few. Hold on. Stay on my DM though, ladies.
Yo.
Nah, listen, it can work. It can work.
If 2 people want to make it work, it can work. Yeah.
Long distance relationships require a lot of focus. You gotta be really focused on the outcome of the relationship that you're in if you're in a long distance relationship, because it's more effort. A relationship, let's put it point blank. A relationship is effort, period. Right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a decision.
So long distance is an extra layer of effort.
Definitely.
So you got to be committed for
So
real.
you guys it has to be more than a physical connection then.
Exactly.
If
It
it's
gotta
long
be more
distance,
than
and I feel like that's probably where it messed up between me and old dude.
Well, it was one more than
Because
physical.
I didn't feel like he was intellectual enough to stimulate me mentally. And I don't know, he could have felt similar, but I feel like it was mostly physical, we were attracted to each other and very.
And that fluctuates because by human nature, we gonna go to what make us feel different. You know what I'm saying? It's primal instinct.
Yeah.
So it's what can we really do with that? But just act with nature. And so you got to have more than emotion.
Definitely.
You got to have more than physical. You got to have emotion too.
Yeah.
If it's too long distance though, you get to fall in love with a person that's not who they are. You kind of fall in love with a catfish.
See, catfish, I think it's a little too extreme. Catfish is if you hadn't even seen the person. Say for instance, if we never had FaceTime, but you talking to a person over the phone.
Right.
And you listening to everything they saying. And when you see them, it's a different total person than what they describe to be.
Right. Physically. Yeah.
It's a difference between that and you still long distance, but I'm able to FaceTime you every day. So you kind of got a majority of the physical, you see that. You know what I'm saying? You get to see it. So you kind of just go off of that more so than, not talking to them at all.
Some long distance shits might be for dudes that's a little more mature, a little more tenured. They done got out their whole phase. But shawty, don't try that shit between 20 and 23.
Okay, what if you were the type of girl who was just okay with that? Like, I understand that about a man, and until we get to that point to where we're like serious, like we meeting the folks, like what if I just know that? I'm not saying that I have to be doing the same thing too, but I understand that about a man.
You a different breed, man. You know what I'm saying? You a different breed.
If he in the army, I couldn't date no army man.
Nah, 'cause you know they stay having babies. Army niggas got mad kids, bro.
That's what they think. How you got mad kids and you don't be home?
Nigga, they got a kid in every state.
Man.
Every time they got a war, they got a new bitch pregnant.
Man, they be ready to wife.
Listen, my uncle.
Second week.
My uncle went to all the wars. This nigga got like 10 kids.
All the wars in different countries. He said my uncle went to all the wars.
Nah, I got an uncle that been in the army like 20 years. This nigga got
So what's
mad.
long distance to you? Like what's a long distance relationship to you?
Anything outside of 285.
Are you willing to do a long distance
If
relationship?
you outside 285, bitch, you long distance. I need gas money.
Are you willing to do one? Like if you really
Yeah, I told you I was in one for a
would
year.
you do it again?
Hell yeah. Yo, I would do anything for the right person. Like for the right girl, I'm gonna do anything. If it's worth it, like I don't give a fuck if you in Kuwait.
Oh, you trying to get flued out?
I'm trying to get flued out, bitch. It's a hot boy and a hot girl summer. All summer, it's lit.
Say less.
Matter of fact, don't follow me out. I got my own ticket.
Okay.
Spirit.
That chicken bag gonna be $57.
I'm trying to
You
tell
might as well have boyfriend too.
Long distance will work if you can afford long distance. If your pockets ain't big enough to afford long distance, then it's not gonna work.
Facts. So what do you think the average time should be? Like every 2 weeks, once a month? Like you have to have that FaceTime. You have to have that physical connection. Yeah, so.
I think at first, when you first talking to somebody long distance, you trying to figure it out. You trying to see, you know, what they're about. Is it even worth going out there? Is it even worth them coming here? You trying to see if it's gonna actually work. You know, are y'all actually compatible? You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like when you're doing long distance, it kind of forces you to get to know the person, you know, mentally. You know, get to see what they're really about. It kind of forces you to do that because you're not able to be around them every day. You're not be able to, you know, touch them or whatever, kiss them, whatever you want to do. But when y'all alone, this kind of forces you to get to know them, like really get to know them.
You know, I never thought about it that way. It really does. It takes the physical. It takes the physical out of it. So if you don't like talking to a person, there's no way you can be in a long distance relationship if you don't actually like that person's personality, because that's really all you get.
Right, that's all you get.
Yeah, wow, I didn't think about that.
The rest of y'all niggas, y'all ain't got to kill them, so don't get caught. All right, don't get caught.
I mean, that's just human nature.
That's real though. It's just human nature. But what you gotta realize is, in the world, it's a double standard. So
it is.
What men do, they feel like isn't acceptable for women. I don't feel like that, but I really don't believe in double standards. But that's just realistic. Like,
but it is a double standard because men. It's always gonna be a double standard because men physically and mentally operate the complete opposite from women. Like, we don't do the same thing that y'all do. We don't have that same kind of thought process.
That's real,
so it's always gonna be a
to
double
the same
standard.
tune, I'm talking about like a dude that really don't believe in double standards. He's not gonna fault you for mistakes you might make that he might have made. Like a nigga that'll leave you for cheating because y'all in a long distance relationship.
Right.
That nigga believe in double standards. He done shamed you. But a nigga that know he doing the same thing and then he fuck around and find out, oh, you fuck somebody too because I'm in Georgia and Nashville. I'm like, man, okay, she fucked up. Wow, shit, I'm doing the same shit.
Would that affect your trust level with her?
Niggas,
like, even though you know it could be a possibility,
it just so
it's a security thing with
men.
men.
Are you asking that in general or are you talking about me? Cause like
let's go with you.
All right, let's go with me. So really, I'm not gonna really give a damn. Like, people aren't perfect. I get it. The world is crazy. Shit happens. Like I said, I don't believe in double standards. If I can fuck up, she can fuck up. Long distance relationship, shit happens. So you know what I'm saying? That's just the real. That's just what it is. I'm the type of nigga that can see past the bullshit, and I always weigh the pros and cons. If I'm fucking with you tough, I'm fucking with you tough for a reason. So you fucking off or me fucking off might not be worth that 80-20%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think we agree
that the foundation of a great, successful, long-distance relationship is beyond physical. You guys have like a mental connection and a great friendship.
But how much time you think you need to spend like with that person before y'all can like make that long-distance separation?
I don't think you have to put a time limit on it, like, because I have connected with people like within a couple weeks, and I just feel like I've known them forever, and then there'll be somebody that I've talked to for 6 months, and I just feel like there's no connection. So.
It's all about the experience. Yeah.
When you say hard to establish that trust, was that so much on your part?
Yeah, it was, because, well, me for him, like, it was hard for me to like trust him because of the way that we ended up talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't care if you had to meet before you met or you met after the long distance, it just won't work. Like you said, what's up with the late night call? I can't be FaceTime you trying to get my rocks off because you far away. That just ain't gonna work. And
but
then,
I mean, what if y'all come up with like a system? Like y'all see each other twice a month, you know, she come out here, you go out there.
That ain't enough. First of all, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 real quick. A woman can say she want the long distance relationship, but in the back of her mind, she still gonna always be curious of what that nigga doing. You FaceTime, if you don't answer FaceTime, you long distance, you can't just pull up on what you gonna be like.
Yeah, you're right.
So y'all date now, we still date.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Guyana and staying in Florida. But she moved out here now, so we stay together now.
Good.
Yeah, so it didn't transition to something different. But the other one didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't make it that far. She was Muslim and we just was on some different shit. It wasn't even about the long distance that made us break up. It was about just the difference in opinion in the relationship.
Gotcha,
like we just was going different directions.
Was she traditional?
Traditional, but fake with that shit. Like she thought she was traditional, but she was a fake Muslim. Like you was celibate for a month, but then nothing much you trying to fuck. Then you pushing up too much. Like you need to figure out what you want to do.
I'm done.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't got time for that. We too old for that. Like, come on, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out, then try to date.
Yeah.
Don't date yet. Get off the market. That's what I went through. I had to go through that. So in hindsight, I can look at that and know how to make the next move better. So that's why I'm still in the same relationship that was started off as long distance, right? Because I learned.
So this one started off long distance, the one you're in now?
It started off long distance, yeah, but she a flight attendant. So she had superpower too.
Yeah.
The other girl didn't have superpower, the other girl was regular.
Yeah.
And she was just
so she can just
be
distance. There, like,
yeah, and I was regular too. I was
on creates
school
that
shit.
distance, like if you need a break from them, it allows you to miss them. But then she can also have that, leverage to be able to come see you.
Right. That's true.
One thing for me is like, I'm gonna give my all till I can't no more. Like I'm gonna exhaust all options. I'm gonna try it all out till I just can't give no more.
No, I agree with you on that.
Like
I agree with you on that.
I mean, shit happens. Life happens. Like my roommate, she met a dude, and she, I think they knew each other for 3 months, and our lease was up, and she just decided that she really loved him, and she picked up and moved to Ohio with him. And she married now. Like they just on a Wednesday. They just
On a Wednesday?
He was like, a year later.
They just went up on a Wednesday.
Everybody was like, don't do it. You don't move for no nigga. Me?
See, that what you
Here I am single. I'm one bedroom.
You can't listen to your homegirls, bro. That's how you fucked up out here, single like they ass.
She married though, so it worked for her. And she only knew
you said a homegirl said don't do it.
Yeah, everybody was saying don't do it.
She just her own mind.
Yeah, she did it. Like she picked up and moved to Ohio.
See, she looked to her homegirl, she still would have been playing with herself every night.
Like they married now.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go with your own mind. A nigga too still single. What the fuck is you doing?
But that's the one out of
the fuck is you doing?
A million.
Why you still single?
I don't know.
Why that shit didn't work?
Cause
what happened?
He cheated.
He cheated?
Yes, he did.
You sure?
I'm positive.
It was him or you?
It was him.
I think it can work. You just have to, y'all just both have to be very mature about the situation and know that what you got is what you got and ain't nobody trying to
There's too many people trying to be side pieces nowadays. This was 1950. Long this relationship would work because Granny and them ain't giving it up like that. But 2000, everybody want to be a side piece.
It's a hot girl summer, so we trying to let it loose.
Facts. So I don't think long distance relationship gonna work.
Because at the beginning, you all excited. Even though y'all long distance, you like, shoot, man, I might be able to make this work. Let me put in all this effort to see if it's gonna work. And after a while, when you get to the 3rd month, 4th month, 5th month, and y'all ain't seeing each other as often as you thought your bank account was gonna allow you, then you gonna be drifting off to like, oh man, let me just see if I can talk to somebody that's in town on the side, and it's gonna make it even more difficult to a point where you really not gonna talk to them like that.
See, you just introduced the downside to all of this. If you don't have trust, there is no long distance relationship because, I mean, you don't want to be the type that's blowing up anybody's phone. You can't, and there's only so much you can talk about over the phone. Right. So if you don't trust that other person to live their life while you're living your life, ain't no relationship.
Is there a limit on how far you'll date somebody?
I mean, there really ain't no distance limit. I don't know how you can call it this. I mean, you know, because long distance is long distance. I don't really know if it's a distance limit.
Well,
I watched that nigga Nigel date a bitch from Canada.
How did it go?
I don't know how it went.
He not with her.
Do you think being in prison counts as a long distance relationship?
Yeah, prison counts as long distance from reality. Your reality is different from everybody else's reality when you're in prison. So prison counts as long distance relationship. Prison count as long distance relationship. Your reality is different from everybody else's reality.
Because if that's the case, I've been in a like 2-year relationship.
But prison don't count because nigga get cheated on in prison like it ain't nothing.
I was not cheating on him.
What? You been
I was not.
like
Well, he
10
wasn't there.
times.
It was a year he was there, but I was not cheating on him. That was
the whole
part.
year?
Huh? The whole year.
I
was not
believe.
cheating on him at all.
Actually.
I've never cheated on anybody, but while he was in prison, I felt like that would be like the double, like
Double cross, like
to do it while he was,
snaky,
because we were good before he went in. It wasn't like we were good, we were solid.
And it wasn't about no, it was just other shit,
it was hard. So that was only time I could see him was like.
Did y'all like? So when he got out, did y'all get back together?
When I had broke up with him. Like he had 30 days left, and I broke up with him because he was very abusive mentally, like while he was in there.
But nigga in prison though, so I mean, you got to know he's going through some abuse himself.
It just was a very dysfunctional. It wasn't just that.
Abuse, like begets abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like love begets love. Like love fosters love.
Yeah.
If you got abuse, I don't think that can grow.
He wasn't appreciating my loyalty at all while he was in there.
It's hard to do that if you in the fucking prison though.
I feel like it's easy to do
or
that.
in jail. True to a certain extent, but
you know the prison
feel,
talk.
That's true what
baby,
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? When I get out, shout
that's
out,
real. Niggas say that because I was about to say that. I ain't with that person now. I ain't with that person now. I said that.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is, you still got to understand that this person is going through something personally.
I understood that, and that's why I stayed there. Even though I didn't want to be in there anymore, I stayed there for him because I knew. But then when I was like, okay, he's about to get out.
Though, anyway, just being with somebody when they going through something like that,
he was going
it's tough for both parties.
So let me just break it down to you for real, because I ain't saying I was spending some bullshit, but it's a lot of factors in a long distance relationship. You meet a motherfucker on Facebook and y'all kick it, you FaceTime a few times and realize it ain't a catfish, but if you're not financially stable enough or he's not for you to see him, that shit's not gonna work.
Right.
Long distance relationship work for people that have means to make it work. Like, absence does make the heart grow fonder, but at the same time, if you a broke young person and you're in a long distance relationship, if he feeling some type of way and he wants you to fly to Arizona or California and you can't do it, he gonna cheat and vice versa.
If I'm going to see him, why isn't he flying me out?
Ooh.
Are you able to fly the girl out? Are you able to fly yourself out there to wherever she is? If you weren't able to do that, then you put yourself in the worst situation you can be in. It's really a waste of time. You ain't gonna feel like it's a waste of time the first couple of months. About 6-7 months in, talking about it, you're gonna be like,
Because it's literally like there's only so much you can really say on the phone. Like, what did you do today? Okay, what did you do today? Okay, who pissed you off at work? Okay,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, unless you have something like some memories to go back on, some times that you guys spent together, or some actual activities to do, there's only so much you can say over the phone, over FaceTime.
Now 50 miles is that's a bit of a stretch. What if you in the same state and the motherfucker 50 miles away? The 50 miles is like an hour away.
All right, listen though, if we in the same state and we staying hours away, how old are we? I mean, damn, are we 12 and 13? You moved an hour away with your parents? Or are we our age now? You moved an hour away.
Like, what if y'all met in like something in Atlanta and the girl lives in Macon?
Okay, but damn.
But you just can't pop up on the weekdays. You're gonna have to wait till the weekend to really do some real stuff. So
that's different, but we still don't know if it's gonna work though. Just because I met you in the club and you live in Macon, we gotta still get it past the honeymoon stage.
You right.
Cause during the honeymoon, anybody can live far away. Shit, we just happy. That's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm that type of guy. Like, if I want to see you, I'm gonna do whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever if I want to see you.
So I think.
But to the same tune, I'm not disagreeing with you, but that goes back to what I say. Somebody in a relationship has to be mature enough and stable enough to handle a long distance relationship.
Okay.
A lot of people try that shit when they're young and they getting shit together, and then it fall to pieces. I ain't saying it can't work, but it's extremely tough.
I mean, there is definitely a whole lot of sacrifices that have to go into play.
It ain't for me. I like the fuck. Man, shit. I jacking off shit cool for a minute, but it ain't for me. Like if we.
But what if your girl was okay with
it? But how many of y'all are?
I mean, it might be a lot.
I mean, and the crazy part is, I'm the type of nigga that'll have that conversation.
It's a lot of us out there. Listen,
I ain't no shit.
It is.
After you get sick and tired of the long distance, every time she calls, it's gonna be annoying because you're gonna be out with your niggas, this, that, and third, doing whatever, work. She gonna be calling you just for your time, just to see what you doing today. And if she ain't right next to you, versus her calling you from the West Coast, it's gonna kind of get annoying. Like, damn, bro, I gotta put 15 minutes aside today to talk to her
about what?
About
what
she did today at work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just little simple shit like that's gonna annoy you to a point where you be like, all right, shoot, this ain't gonna work. I can't do it.
Women do need to know when they play a role, and I don't want to say that. I hate to say that, but like. Sometimes when men cheat, like sometimes we gotta look at ourselves like, did we push? I'm not saying that it's right. Cheating is never right, but you gotta look at yourself and say, did I push him into another woman's arms?
Yeah, because sometimes y'all do.
We do.
Y'all don't be knowing it, but y'all do.
We do. And I agree with that. So in that relationship, I will say there was some things I could have done better as his,
So
woman.
basically, you pushed the nigga away.
I did not. Just say it. I did not push him away.
You look like you push niggas away.
I do not. You look like you can't keep one, but it's none of my business.
On one side, you got the person that's waiting on somebody to get out, and on the other side, you got the person that's waiting to get out. So, but the person that's waiting to get out, they going through something personal that's the person that's waiting for that person to get out cannot experience. All they can do is empathize. But as far as the
that doesn't mean you have to be with them though.
That's true. That don't mean you have to be with them, and that don't also mean that the person that's inside got to be abusive. I'm just saying that.
No, I agree with you saying.
It's a sensitive situation.
Yeah,
right?
and that's why I say it. So.
That's true.
Because I still loved him as a person.
Yeah,
so I still wanted to make sure he was good mentally, and I was there for him mentally.
How long can a long distance relationship work? It's based on person to person. Like I said. If two people are really truly willing to make it work, and I mean the funds gotta be there as well.
Yeah, because it costs a flat spirit.
And them bags, them check bags.
Listen, it costs to check them bags and spirit. So you gotta be on your shit if you're gonna be in a long distance relationship.
Your fanny pack is your carry-on.
I'm trying to tell you.
But I mean, there's no time frame. There's no real time frame a year, months. Two people willing to make it work, it's gonna work.
Yeah. It's just like you said, it's on the people. Like if y'all doing what y'all want to do with each other, and the vibe is still there, and then y'all fucking.
Oh yeah, the love gotta be.
Matter of fact, you gotta see each other too enough, because if you go like.
But I don't think so, because even if you didn't, it makes it grow fonder. So when you do see that person,
do you think it should be a 50-50 split? Like.
What?
Is it like, all right, I'm gonna pay for myself to come out and see you?
I think at the beginning, is either the guy should fly himself out there, or the guy should pay for the girl to come to wherever he at the beginning.
Once a month?
But it really need to be like two times a month.
2 times a month, I think is like the perfect
timing,
sweet spot
but we all gotta work, so it's like you gotta be able to, work with each other's schedules, whatever. That's the hard part.
If you were in a long distance relationship and y'all were getting serious, would you expect her to move with you, or would you go move with her?
So that's different. You got some niggas that are like alpha males. That's really not my MO. I'm the type of guy that, you know what I'm saying, I'm real rational and strategic. We gonna move with the situation that's best. Like I might have a good job or some shit like that, but if I'm out here making $65,000 a year in Arkansas and I got money to trick off because the cost of living is good, but you making $125,000 in Atlanta, I'm coming to you.
That's real.
And I can get a job.
That's real.
I'm real rational. I don't know how most niggas think. Like I said, you got some alpha males, but if we're getting serious, at that point it's about making the best decisions for us. Pulling you away from an ambitious career and something that you got going on, I wouldn't do that to the same tune though. If that's the wave I'm on and I know that, I'm gonna try and get you to come to me. But I'm gonna make sure I can handle that responsibility. It ain't gonna be nothing that fly off the whim. I'm gonna know, like, I can bring her out here and she ain't gotta work unless she want to. Type shit. It ain't gonna be on no like, oh, you know, we'll make it work. I'll get her out here and nah, hell nah. Ain't got time for that shit. If you getting serious, you ain't got time for that shit.
I'm gonna tell you why. I had one long distance relationship. I had two. So the one that didn't work was she moved from here, and we didn't see each other for months on months on months. And I feel like we just started growing apart because we weren't seeing each other.
Then the love wasn't strong.
We was
FaceTiming
FaceTiming and shit. We was doing all this and all that.
It was getting boring and dry.
Yeah, and I'm keeping it real. Like me and her was going through like some financial shit, so we couldn't really see each other. So it was like that was putting a strain on the relationship because I couldn't really see her. She couldn't come see me.
That's when you gotta make that executive decision though. Like,
I did.
Hey,
Cut her off.
don't act like you ain't like her though. You just cut her off. Don't act like you weren't fucking with her. You was fucking with her. It just didn't work out because of it being long distance.
I was fucking with her.
Exactly. So don't be like, cut her off.
I had to. Bro, if I don't see you,
It was mutual.
if I don't see you in 6 months,
It was mutual. Don't say like you just cut
that
her
shit
off.
dead.
Conclusion, I think that for in a fantasy land, long distance relationships are perfect. If you're trying to build something with someone has to discuss who's gonna move where. If y'all are gonna both be bi-coastal or both be in the cities that you're in respectively, or it can be a long fling. Like long distance relationships really work for flings that you just need somebody you can talk to from time to time that's not really sweating your day to day. I think they work for fantasy relationships, but as far as like we're gonna be together, monogamy and all that, I don't think that they're ideal at all.
Alright, I'm finna tap this cup over, and if it lands, then it gets. Hell no, it don't last.
I think long distance relationships can work. I can't speak for myself because I didn't do the best with trying to allow it to work. But I think if you have two mature individuals that know exactly what they want out of the relationship and what they're gonna do.
So you just gotta throw mature in there. What the hell do they got?
Because it is being mature. Like you can't be when it comes to long distance relationships, you can't be insecure.
That ain't about being insecure.
It is because
it's a little bit about being territorial.
Yeah, you can't be territorial. You can't be insecure because that's just like you were just saying. Like if you don't pick up a FaceTime call, then the girl gotta wonder, well, who he with? What he doing? You gotta be secure within yourself. Like, okay, I know my nigga ain't doing nothing. He just probably busy right now.
I think most guys are territorial though. I don't think it really had nothing to do with like jealousy or nothing, just territorial.
So it's all based on foundation. Like that's what you got to go to, the root. What's the grassroots? What y'all build y'all relationship on? With that shit on a one night stand, then I'm in Houston, I'm in Atlanta, or I'm in fucking Cali, I'm in fucking New York, or was it like, okay, we spent a few months together, 3 months, 6 months together, and now the situation is I had to live here for 6 more months and you had to live here for 6 more months, then we can reunite. Or what is it? Like, how is y'all foundation built? That's what I think it's built on. If you don't have no foundation, it's not gonna work.
Right. I think my philosophy on anything in life is it's if you decide that you want something to happen, it will happen. If both parties have decided and made the conscious decision, we're gonna make this work, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Period. If y'all have not decided or y'all kind of stagnant, then it's not gonna work.
That's true. You can't be halfway.
Everything is whatever
out.
you make it, honestly, in life. So yeah, they can work with the right people and the right formula.
Choices.
Yes.
It's all about choice. You make that choice, you can make it happen. But if you ain't all the way in, and if you know y'all ain't got a foundation, then don't try to force it.
I think that they can work. That's my conclusion.
So somebody hit you up in your DM and tell you that nigga work like, what's one of them dating sites or something?
I don't be on the dating sites.
What's one on? Somebody give me one. BlackPeopleMeet.com, something like that. So you saying them type of relationships work?
Yeah, people find their whole ass husband and wife off them shit.
Man, they just be miserable.
Yeah, people be finding their whole ass husband and wife. Now to say I don't think I could do that, but
Yeah, me neither.
people be doing that on the social media dating sites.
Yeah, but my conclusion it won't work. Ashley's conclusion, she think it won't work for real neither. But
I think it can work.
Long distance bays are good to be side bays. That's what you gotta treat them as. If you want to play it like that, that's your best option. Like if you want to go to the city and you know a girl that's staying in your city, you don't want to pay for no hotel. Hit her up, you stay with her, you go out with your niggas or whatever, handle your business, but she gotta.
But you must let her know that.
Yeah, but she gotta be cool with that. She might be doing her own thing,
So in conclusion, we feel like it takes some stability and finances to make the relationship work, as well as some maturity. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to Lil Boosie
distance lovers, he'll let that shit out for you, man.
You still want to be wise, right? So you just use experience as experience, as what it is, right? Because the past is finite, but our present, like, is determined by choices that we make,
Definitely.
right? So you definitely want to use your past to determine, like, the decisions. Like, if you're gonna make a decision on something, think of a past situation. How did it turn out? Weigh the pros and cons of the situation based on your present circumstances and shit like that. And understand the choice that you're gonna make and the influence that it's gonna have on your future and shit before you make that choice. That's all I'm saying. That's the real thing you got to do every time.
But at the same time, though, I do think that a long distance relationship is a contract that you sign to get cheated on. And I got that from my boy in Houston. That's real though.
It's not a contract that you sign to get cheated on. It's just you have to have that trust. If you don't have that trust, then it's a contract.
Like I said, you got to be with the person at the beginning, and then y'all decide to go long distance. If y'all starting off long distance together, then you pretty much setting yourself up.
But why would two people get into a relationship long distance if they both know they were about to start cheating? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they go off their heart, not their head. Their heart telling them this might work. Their head and their pockets don't work the same.
In conclusion,
that shit dead. Period.
if you really want to make a long distance relationship work, it could work.
It
It takes two people who's willing to say, hey, we're gonna make this shit work.
We gonna make it work. But if I don't see you in 6 months, it's dead. If I don't see you in 6 months, it's dead. You hear me? Make that shit happen. Call your grandma, get you $150. Spirit, bitch. Round trip.
That's that.
You need help, I got you. Say no more.
Say less.
$57 check-in bag.
I ain't playing them games.
You have to also be able to afford that lifestyle if you're long distance, because people, nobody trying to be in a car driving 6-7 hours to go see somebody. You have to be able to fly in and out. But I mean, I don't think, 2 years is what I would say long distance could last the max as. But as far as anything past that, I don't think, at some point somebody gotta make the sacrifice of somebody coming to a middle point or somebody coming to the same city as you. Like, I just don't think that it can go anything further than 2 years.
I disagree. I don't think you can go past a couple months. That's my conclusion.